All right, let's play some Thunder Dragons. All right, ban list couldn't hit too much. I mean, we'll be fine, right? There's just a few things we need to change, maybe a card or two. So let's see. Can't play this. Okay, this is useless. So that means we don't really need these. And then Serenir got hit to 1, so we need to cut that. And then now we don't have as many Darks in the deck, so maybe not as many Allures. And then the meta is shifted, so we don't really need the Kaijus. And then we don't have as many dragons, or the Chaos dragons. This looks very different. You know what? I got it. I know just what to do to fix this deck. How's it going, Habibis? As you guys know, I've seen it in the comments, the ban list has not came for us, but we've been caught in the crossfire. We are the collateral damage with our Thunder Dragons. So what are we supposed to do? How do we pivot? Well, the thing is, we are in a good position because this deck still has a huge advantage over today's meta, and here is why. Because of this guy. He is still in the game. We are still able to take advantage of basically a Duel and Lockbird with legs, and that stops a lot of decks in today's meta. So what are we doing differently with this deck? Essentially, we have to change the style how we play. We are focusing more on hand traps and negation. So we did up the number of hand traps. We have, Maxi, we have Imperm, so there's 8 there, on top of the Bystials, which kind of in a lot of ways, against some decks, act as hand traps themselves. So we have a lot of that. We also have our droplets in case we need to break some big boards. Now, what I'm doing majorly different here is I am actually going full sending it with the Batterman Solar. Solar definitely elevates the ceiling of this deck. He is what allows us to make a lot of good combos. So I'm playing Solar at 3 and I'm keeping Aloof at 2. You could elect to cut Aloof to 1. I like it at 2. So far, so good. I have not had situations where I draw both of them too often. So it's been working pretty well for me. The other card that I would say maybe can be a cut in the deck is Branded Beast. It does come up as kind of a brick from time to time. It is nice to be able to set up a disruption. The extra deck is pretty much the same. We are adding in a Zeus package because why not? Zeus is just one of the most powerful cards in the game. And then I like this card. It's easy to make, level 6 with your Bystials, and it has a pretty solid effect of being able to take cards that your opponent has from the graveyard and set them on your field. So that's pretty good, and then also it can allow you to return cards to the deck. So this is what we've been rocking with, and like I said, as long as we have Colossus, we have a legitimate chance in this meta, and I think, in a way, this deck still is about the same level as the previous one. I did like the previous one with all the disruptions, but I think we still manage with this current format of Yu-Gi-Oh! Because it is so reliant on adding cards from the hand, and our boy Colossus here stops that. Guys, if you enjoy this video, be sure to drop a like, and I would really appreciate it if you leave me a comment. Tell me how your Thunder Dragon adventures have been going. Let's get into these replays, and hopefully you guys learned a thing or two about how to play this deck. So Thunder Dragons have a legitimate place in the meta because they have an instant win condition against a lot of the top tier decks. Mannadium, Super Heavy Samurai, they all fall to Colossus, which is a Duel and Lockbirds with legs, a better version of it. We are going to try to get out our Colossus, per usual, but they called by the grave our Max, or they play Maxi, we called by the grave it, and then they Ghost Bell or called by the grave. So I don't want to play into the Maxi. So what I do here is I summon out Baldrake, I get Dragon Dark's effect, so I have follow-up for next turn, and then my thinking is I'll be able to use Magnamut to maybe banish something, and then I'll be able to, if they summon out of the extra deck, get rid of it with Baldrake's effect. We're going to max C them because this is a C for a C, and we get Ash Blossom off a draw, and they don't want to play into max C either, so they Baguska Floodgate us. I'm going to go ahead and activate Magnamut's effect. I'm going to chain block Magnamut. Even though I know it's not going to get its effect, I still chain block it just in case they have Ash. We get Thunder Dragon. They're going to Maxi us. Welcome to 2024 Master Duel. Maxi, Maxi, Maxi. That's all we do these days. So I'm going to Ash their Maxi because we're going to get over this Bagooska. So let's get rid of these Thunder Dragons. I do make a bit of a misplay here. I thought that Prodigy was in the graveyard. So you're going to see here, I'm going to go into Lubellion. It's going to get negated. I'm going to try to go Dark here. And then when I realize it's not in the graveyard, that was a bonehead play by me, I use that Dragon Hawk to summon Dragon Roar, and we go into Cross Sheep. Dragon Roar then triggers to summon out our Dragon Dark, okay? And we summon Colossus in an arrow pointing to Cross Sheep. We get Dark's effect, we get Cross Sheep's effect, okay? Cross Sheep summons our Ash Blossom from the graveyard. We just want a monster. And then we get Thunder Dragon Fusion. We're able to go into a 3-negate Appaloosa with 2400 attack and attack over the Bagooska. Because remember, Bagooska does not work on Link monsters. We play Thunder Dragon Fusion here to send back the Colossus so that we can recycle it, we can reuse it. And we also send back our Thunder Dragons. We're going to start popping some cards here. And this is when they reveal that they're playing Tearlaments as well. So I probably should have Called By here. Called By would have saved me from using 2 negates. I end up just popping the Havness because I don't want to deal with it. And we use another negate on from our Appaloosa. We're going to set our Thunder Dragon there. And the reason we set is just in case they have Nibiru. If you set it, it does not count towards a summon. That's something to remember. Setting does not count towards normal summons and special summons. We bring back out Colossus. They play the Primavol planet. And they use Madora's effect to reshuffle. I choose not to use Apple there because I could have, but it would have just been a 0 attack Apple on the field. We're going to finally use our Called By here. They did not see it coming. And this is what caused them to activate the surrender button. And we win the duel. So maybe it was good to save that Called By. I don't know. It worked out in the end. You could call it a misplay, but I call it just my genius shining through. Who knows? Anyways, let's go on to the next one. So here we have another duel against Tearlaments. This deck just will not go away no matter what the ban list does to it. This is truly the greatest deck of all time. It has been able to withstand so many hits. Anyways, though, we're gonna allure, go Dragon Roar, and we're gonna use Dragon Hawk here to basically mulligan our hand. Thunder Dragon's Brick. I have to admit it, Thunder Dragon's Brick, so sometimes you have to know when you need to reshuffle your hand. We're going to Foolish Barrel, send our Dragon Dark to the graveyard, and we're going to banish it using Serenir. Now, they're going to Bestial Magnuma, get rid of our Lubellion. This does kind of suck because we would have been able to set up a Branded Regained and a Branded Beast by sending Branded Regains to the graveyard when we summon Lubellion, but that's okay. I'm going to Ash their Magnuma because I have 2 Ashes here. And as the chain resolves, we're going to get Thunder Dragon from our deck. We are going to go ahead and send 2 Thunder Dragons to the graveyard. And then we're going to end on Colossus. So it's really just Colossus and Ash. Sometimes you win duels with this deck purely with Colossus and hand traps. This hand trap is huge here because Rhinoheart prevents them from sending a Tearlament's name, so they can't fusion summon. They're going to go into Time Thief Redoer. They're going to banish it so that they can mill it or send another card from their hand to summon out Rhinoheart again. And then they're going to go into Dark and bring back our Dragon Dark with Dark the Dark Charmer. I feel like they're just clicking buttons at this point, but it is what it is. Hey, this is Master 1, you know? Don't blame me. We're going to attack over both these. We get Dragon Dark's effect again because they were so nice enough to bring it back for us. We're going to get Thunder Dragon Fusion, okay? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to tribute set my Thunder Dragon so that I can get Serenir in the graveyard. Now I have 3 Darks in the graveyard. If you summon Levianir with 3 Darks by banishing 3 Dark monsters, you can randomly shuffle a card from the opponent's hand into the deck. That is a very powerful hand loop to have. Also, keep in mind if you summon it using Light and Dark, you can pop 2 cards on the field. That is non-targeted destruction. So that is something to keep in mind with Levianir. Very huge card for this deck. We have to go over this replay so that you guys can see the true ceiling of this deck. This is the best we can set up, and it is pretty dang powerful. So here you're going to see it all starts with Batteryman Solar. Batteryman Solar really elevates this deck. We're going to send Thunder Dragon Roar, and we're going to banish it using our Bestial. Roar is going to trigger, as well as Magnamut's going to trigger here. We're going to summon out Dark, and then whenever a Thunder monster is special summoned, Solar triggers, allowing us to summon a token. We're going to link into Cross Sheep, and we're going to get our Dark Effect to get Dragon Hawk. Then we're going to summon out Colossus, because remember, we use the Thunder Effect from the hand. And then it's going to summon right back out this Cross Sheep. We're going to Synchro using a Light and a Dark into Chaos Angel. Chaos Angel provides so much protection. It protects our Colossus. It also protects what you're about to see here. We're going to use Levianeer, and since we used 3 light monsters to summon it, we get to summon another monster out of the deck, and we go into a 4 negate Appaloosa. Okay? We go into the end phase, we get to add Jerusalem. So what do we have here? We have a 4 negate Appaloosa that cannot be destroyed by battle because of Chaos Angel. We have Colossus, which prevents them from adding cards to their hand, which cannot be destroyed by battle because of Chaos Angel. And we have a Chaos Angel that is unaffected by monster effects. So we are in really good shape. On top of that, we have Jerusalem and Maxi. So we're gonna just shotgun the Maxi. We might as well. They're gonna play Pot of Extravagance. They're gonna go ahead and summon out Fenrir, and even the mighty Fenrir cannot do anything against this board. This is the true potential of what this deck can do post Banlist. We are still cooking. I hope you guys enjoyed those replays and they helped explain how the heck you play the deck. We've had some good success with it. We've been in Master 1. I think I counted last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. So 6 losses, 14 wins. So we're 14-6 in Master 1. Been doing pretty good with it. I'd say that this deck has a legitimate chance to get you all the way to Master Rank. I really do enjoy it. I think I'm going to, if we reach this 5-game winning streak, post a 5-game win streak deck list on Master Duel Meta. So that will be linked in the description below. Hopefully this video helped. If you enjoyed it, be sure to hit the like button. And if you want to sub to the channel to see more videos just like this, hit the sub button. Guys, I will see you in the next one. Peace and love, Habibis.